start off with the dough because the dough is the one that takes longer because we have to wait for it to rise or raise or however you want to say it. But however, I did ask a few. Okay, I posted something on my Instagram saying you guys can ask me any questions. I forgot what it's called. Is it a poll? No, it's not a poll. But then I'm going to be answering the questions as I get busy with the dough. Just trying to get them. Okay. Please also forgive me if I mispronounce your Instagram handle or your actual name. But then, yeah. I'm going to start with Muzi Masinga. I hope I said it right. Okay, Muzi Masinga. I definitely said it right. His question is a bit intense. Do you think after the coronavirus will the world, South Africa in particular, run the same way? Wow, like this sounds like something you ask somebody in a pageant or something like that. I think it's too deep. It is too deep. Okay, I'm gonna try answer the questions while I get busy. So I made notes of everything that I need to do in my notebook because I'm gonna be using my phone for something else and I didn't want to go in between apps. So yeah. So I'm gonna rip out pages. Making the dough. This is the one that I want. And then the quantities are right here. Okay, I need to first start with the water. Lukewarm water. I needed half a cup of water. So yeah, gonna go right ahead. I had warmed the kettle a while ago, so I'm gonna create 2 sets of dough because I want a thick base pizza. I don't want it thin, so that's why I am going right ahead and I have 2 bowls, and I don't have a bigger sized bowl than these 2, so I would have otherwise, you know, doubled up the ingredients in one big bowl, but then I only have these ones. So with that being said, hence why I'm mixing the doughs into, you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, do I think things will stay the same? Of course not. You're not gonna stay the same at all. The reason being why I say this is because you don't go through something that we're going through now and then have things stay the same. Obviously things are going to change when it comes to hygiene and all the kind of stuff. We're gonna start taking our health very seriously, and I think we'll be more conscious. And obviously there's this thing that there's a saying that, I don't know, okay, it's not a saying, but I think it's a study that was proven it takes 21 days in order to start a habit, and it takes 21 days to break a habit. So we've been under quarantine for, I think, more than 21 days. So obviously we're all gonna have new habits coming out of this. We're not gonna touch our faces anymore. We're not gonna greet people by giving them a handshake or giving them a hug and all that kind of stuff. That's gonna change. And that's just the minor things that I think are gonna change. This water is still hot, and you guys need to be careful because if you're gonna add yeast to this, you don't want it to be too hot because it's not going to be good for your yeast. It's just going to, what's going to happen to your yeast? It's basically not going to activate it the way it should. So yeah, this water is still hot. So while I wait for it to get lukewarm, I'm going to be answering these questions. Still on Muzi's question, economy wise, it's not going to be the same because I know that most companies are gonna retrench. Some started retrenching, some are trying to save the company and ensure that their staff members do not get retrenched. So obviously businesses are going to try and work their way out of the struggle that they're in, so we can at least get to where we were before or even in a better place. And obviously businesses are going to look at this as a way to evolve. Alexnifemi. I'm definitely not saying that right, and I'm sorry. They asked me, how are you doing? This is a very sweet thing. It's very nice for somebody to ask me how I'm doing, because honestly, going through this time and phase and period, you guys should be checking in with people you care about the most, people you love the most, because yes, we're all going through it, but some people may not be able to handle and deal with the stress and pressure. How am I doing? I go through phases. I get stressed and then I don't feel stressed anymore. I feel calm, I feel relaxed, because I start thinking about the reality. I start thinking about if we didn't go under quarantine, our situation could be a whole lot worse than what it is. I start thinking about how we can simply work our way back to where we used to be, and this will probably evoke a change that's going to be good towards our countries and all that kind of stuff. I start having positive thoughts. I start thinking positive. That's what I start doing. So that's what gets me feeling good, gets me feeling great. And besides, I fill my phone up with a lot of positive things, in a sense of I read funny things. This is a question from my sister. What are your long-term goals? What are your short-term goals? She's actually in the other room right now, so this is so funny. I laughed at her. Like, I laughed at this question because we were watching, I think it was a TV show, and they were asking, what are your long-term goals? What are your short-term goals? And we're just having a crack at it. What are my long-term goals? My long-term goals is to have, I'm going to start with my short-term goals. My short-term goals is to have my YouTube channel up and running in a successful way, get more subscribers, get more viewers, get it where I imagined it would be. Short-term goals. Start collaborating with companies that I love very much, that being Leroy Merlin, Builders, Mr. Price Home, Decofern. Those are like my favorites. At Home, Choreocraft, although At Home and Choreocraft are very expensive. They're very pricey, so I would love to, collaborate with those companies. That's my short-term goal. And also attain the license that I've been pursuing for a while now. So those are my short-term goals. Also, I don't know, be a better person. Those are the materialistic things. Myself, grow emotionally, in a sense of try and stop being petty, which is very hard, and I doubt I'd ever stop being petty. This is lukewarm now, so I'm gonna go right ahead and add my yeast and sugar to the lukewarm water. And I'm going to need, how much? Half a tablespoon, not teaspoon. This is half a tablespoon. I went ahead and I rinsed and washed my measuring cups because, well, if they're sitting in your drawer for a while, they collect dust and everything. So this is not dry. I'm gonna try and dry it out. So work on myself emotionally and, be happy. Those are my short-term goals and long-term goals, to be happy. Long-term goals, to have my house paid off and start my property investment, because I really want to invest in property, and I do not know where I put my yeast. Oh, it's underneath here. So I have two different brands, and they're both instant yeast. I think I'm gonna go with this one, although I grew up with my mom using this one. I don't know, something about them adding for a faster, softer bake. Keyword faster has me wanting to use this one, so I'm gonna use this one. So yeah, my long-term goal is to start investing in property, have my house fully paid off, and I don't know, go where life takes me, travel a whole lot more. That's my short-term and long-term goal. And I don't know, I should probably use a scissor for this, but well, I don't have time to go off camera and go get my scissor. So yeah, I'm gonna go with, half a tablespoon on each side. So yeah, those are my short-term and long-term goals. Be happy, find love. Just joking. Be happy. That's what I want. Be happy. Okay, so this kind of smells nice. Okay, no, I think I smelled something else. Anyways, so going to add yeast and sugar. 3/4. Do I even have that? I have a quarter, I have a half, so I'm just gonna apply 3 of these. Math. And then I'm ought to leave it for 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna check the time now. It is currently 4:15, so I'm going to wait for 4:30. That's a nice round number for me. So yeah, while we wait, I'm gonna go right ahead and answer these questions. I'm gonna try and answer them all in the first phase, so that as I continue with everything else, I can just simply focus on making this pizza and fast forward things that are just gonna make this video a whole lot longer than what it needs to be. Okay, so I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say his name. Sitinoyende. If you don't know how to pronounce something, say it faster so you don't stutter. So yeah, I'm sorry guys if I can't pronounce these names. Can you please take me for an airplane trip anywhere you like after lockdown? This is a bit tough because I do get a lot of requests like these, people asking me to take them for a flight and everything. Honestly speaking, I have a long list of people that I still need to take for a flight, and I promise. For one, sadly, my mom, my uncle, my little cousins, on the day where I was going to take them for a flight, the airplane had an issue and we had to shut down everything, and then we couldn't go. There's a long list of people that I'm still to take. I'm not making excuses. It's just if I don't know you and you're a stranger, it's a bit difficult for me to agree to such things and say, come, take along, let's go fly. Because an airplane, a light aircraft, is a very confined space, and to be in it with a stranger, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. Gabby, how do you stay in shape? This is actually funny. You know why? Because literally I haven't been to the gym since I don't know. I literally go to the gym. I literally went to the gym this year because I was going on vacation and I wanted to look good. So I tackled on the exercises that I knew that were gonna give me the results that I wanted. So I'm not a type of person that exercises, guys. I hate to say this and I hate to be hated for saying this. God just blessed me, I guess, with a body that, you know, recovers very well. I don't gain weight as much as I would even love to. My body is most likely to lose weight than to gain. So lately I've been gaining a little and I've been happy about that. So with that being said, I don't know, I've got a fast metabolism and I don't eat much. As like, I'm talking portion size. I'd rather like eat like small portions. It's just how I am. I don't like eating big portions. Otherwise I leave it in the microwave or in the fridge. Usually in the microwave, that's where you're gonna find it. Even when I pour a glass of something, I don't finish it. It ends up sleeping in the fridge instead because it is frothy and bubbly, as they said I should let it be. So gonna go right ahead and we're gonna add 2 cups of flour in each bowl. Look at me following instructions. And then an air bubble. Okay. What you do to the left, you do to the right. This is a whole maths thing. This is mathematics. 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay. What is this? This is a 1/2 tablespoon. So we're gonna start off with that. Gonna add the 1/2. This is olive oil, by the way. I don't know if I said it. Then they do also give you the option that you can use any other oil that you prefer. But then, yeah, that was my 1/2, and then I'm gonna give it 1 whole tablespoon. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. and mix and add water if needed. Okay, so I'm just gonna have water on standby. Okay, I already do in my kettle, but then I'm just gonna go right ahead and mix this. So we're gonna stop being bougie and use our hands. Okay, I think I should coat my hands in flour before I do this. Oh, my nails. Okay, nope. Nope. Sprinkle flour, sprinkle flour. I think I added too much water, hence why I'm adding the flour. Needed for. Oh, and I got flour all over my iPad. 5 to 7 minutes. They said add water as needed, and I'm just adding flour as needed. I'm going to dent it. It's bouncing back. Should it bounce back faster than that? I don't know. It's not a human being at the end of the day. And it's bouncing back. They didn't say completely bounce back, right? And I'm just gonna go with this. Okay, apply thin layer of oil to bowl, keep it covered. So I think I'm supposed to coat a thin layer of oil. Okay, so I have my 2 plastic bags, and just so that it can retain heat, because I don't want to lie, when my grandmother used to make itombol, she puts it in here and then she puts it outside. I don't trust my outside. So I'm also gonna do that. I'm not gonna just clean wrap it. I'm also gonna go old school on this and put it in a plastic bag. There we go. And I'm gonna put it in one place and let it double in size. Ingredient says I must add oil. I'm not a fan of cooking with oil or frying anything with oil, so I'm just going to add my butter in there. And then I'm gonna add, with garlic, honestly, I'm gonna add it as I desire to add it because I'm not a garlic fan. There's a bit of traffic. Okay, there's my 1 teaspoon of chili and my onion. So actually I'm gonna turn up the heat on very high, like 6. That's the maximum that my stove goes to, because I do not want this to take long to cook. Or it can just take as long as it wants. We are not going anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna add. This is what I want. I'm gonna add. This one comes with onion. Okay. Then we're gonna add sugar and salt. 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then the salt, the instructions say we should add salt as we need to. So whatever your palate tells you is good, then you can do that. So I'm just gonna add it how I would normally add it, and then I'll go right ahead tasting and then see how I feel about it, if I'm gonna add or not. And add a tablespoon of our Italian herbs, teaspoon of black pepper, whole bay leaves, and I'm just gonna throw in a leaf or 2. Punch it once. Yeah, I remember my grandmother, not my mom, used to make us itombol, dumpling, and she would fight with it, like she'd punch it, and she let us come through and punch it as well. She always made the kitchen so fun. Honestly, I wouldn't have loved cooking if it wasn't for my grandmother. She made it so fun. It was always fun being in the kitchen with her, and she made it very interesting and entertaining in the kitchen all the time. So that's where I like to randomly start baking and all that kind of stuff. So that's all my grandmother, guys. She is the real OG in the kitchen. So I'm also gonna cut this into half. Okay. And then round it. I don't know if this is advisable to do because I am actually using a baking sheet. So this should be to avoid the dough sticking to the pan. So place the pizza dough over the tray and flatten it slightly. Why can't I flatten it here and transfer it? I'm gonna flatten it here and then transfer it. I'm gonna wipe my one hand because it's a bit wet. So, okay, I'm gonna rub my hands together and then I'm going to flatten it. Okay. I love how this is so elastic. It's a good sign, I believe. They didn't say I should do this, but I'm gonna do it. See this on TV, I think. Where else could I have seen it? Then I'm supposed to add a few drops of oil and flatten it and make it round. Yeah. Round. We're gonna add the toppings to it, starting off with garlic. So I'm just gonna take a bit of garlic and then we're gonna go right ahead and put the sauce on top. Just going to add a little more and make this one mushroom and the meaty stuff. My salami. This is a homemade pizza. I'm gonna add as much as I want. When it comes to meat, I'm gonna be generous because I'm tired of being ripped off. So now I'm adding my ham. Now we're gonna go on top with our mozzarella, salt, because mozzarella doesn't have salt at all, in my opinion. Go in with parsley, my Italian herbs, a bit of crushed chili, just a tiny bit of it. And then, my oregano. And this is going to be my meaty pizza. Yay! This is good. So that was a YouTube video, guys. Cheers. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe. If you're new to my channel, safe space, safe zone right here. That being said, bye.